Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 3 of an Elder Scrolls Online Standard Edition walkthrough. In the previous video, we pretty much spent the entire time picking up quests. So we've got lots and lots of quests to do now, and we haven't done any of them. Hopefully we can actually get some done this time and gain some levels. Because in the previous video, we only gained 1 level, which is kind of disappointing. So let me see here. Let me go to locations and go down to Vardenfell and then see what is the closest quest to do. There's a main story quest. I need to find the crew chief. And then I've got... I need to get the foreman's key, because we got that mine that we need to deal with. That's another part of the main story right there. Alright, so let's just go ahead with the main story, because we've got part of it right here close by.
Ow! Stupid dog. What happened? Let me see. I just tried to pet it. Damn dog bit me. Leave it alone. There's something strange about that dog.
See where this dog is. You know, I've never really investigated that. I wonder if you kill the dog, or if you do something with the dog, you can... There's another hidden quest or something.
You shouldn't be here. Didn't you read the House Redarin proclamation? I wouldn't be here myself, but some of my miners are still in there.
Can you tell me what happened in the mine?
Our mine was invaded by violent cultists. They showed up and just took the place over. My people are trapped. I'm no expert, but it looked like the cultists were preparing to conduct a ritual before the Ashlander interrupted them.
Why do you think the cultists are conducting a ritual?
Probably because I heard one of them say, "With this ritual we'll call forth a mystical weapon and attain the power of a god." Or something along those lines. Look, I was just trying to get me and my miners out of there when the Ashlanders showed up.
Okay, yeah, sounds like they were doing a ritual. So, an Ashlander interrupted the cultists?
Well, I never actually saw an Ashlander. But I heard a cultist yell, "Ashlander thief! That's our mystical weapon!" That's not an exact quote, but you get the idea. I don't know what happened after that. I was kind of busy trying not to die.
Okay, gotcha. What kind of mine is the Shulk?
It used to be an ore mine, and we hope it will be again. My crew was inside preparing to start that mining operation when the cultists attacked. The way things are going, we might just have to turn our place into another claw egg mine.
I'll go into the mine and see what I can find out.
Really? That's awfully brave of you. If you see any of my miners, tell them to get their arses out here. I'll wait as long as I can. Or until I hear screaming. Then I'll go on and try to find some help. Good luck in there.
So, we saw this in a... If you didn't catch this in the previous video, we saw this in a kind of vision. There was a ritual Lord Vivek and the Archcanon did, and it showed us that this thing that's going on here, where the cultists have taken over the mine, this has something to do with Lord Vivek losing his power. I'm using Dive as my main attack right now. I've realized it does more damage than Flurry. So I'm weaving light attacks with Dive, and then when I run out of mana, I then use Flurry because Flurry is stamina based. Alright, I found a note. It says, "My red exiles, I need you to infiltrate the mine outside Valmora and recover an item of great importance to our venerated cause, and to the elevation of Ashlanders everywhere. Currently, this item..." These people are fighting, and it's making it hard for me to read. Currently, this item resides in the possession of the Narcotic Cult, who plan to conduct a ritual in the mine to grant the item the ability to channel unfathomable power. Let the cultists begin the process, but acquire the item before they complete the ritual. The item lies in one of the deep chambers of the mine, most likely heavily guarded. Sneak in and steal the item. It has the appearance of a staff made of metal and gears. It is necessary to advance to the next stage of our cherished cause. Get the staff and bring it to me, and you will be one step closer to ending your exile and returning to the fold. Okay, so there's this staff is made of metal and gears. This probably has something to do with Lord Vivec losing his powers, but we don't know exactly what. Oh, can I resurrect this guy? No. Don't quite know why I couldn't resurrect him.
You don't look like one of those crazy cultists, and you certainly aren't one of our miners. So by Vivec's holy nose hairs, who in oblivion are you?
Actually, Lord Vivec sent me to see what the cultists are up to.
Really? Then forget I said anything about His Holiness' nasal preening. They're some sort of Daedric cultists. They've been performing rituals, calling forth divine power, some such nonsense. At least they were, before the Ashlanders showed up.
What was this about Lord Vivec's nose hairs? I didn't notice any nose hairs. Never mind. Ashlanders?
The savages barged into the deep chambers. Seemed to know about the hidden passage and everything. Stole the relic the cultists were praying over and ran for the hills. As a matter of fact, that's where I'm going, as soon as it's safe to leave.
Well, I wonder if I should have explored a little bit more here. Go over here, maybe. What is over here? Oh, there's more stuff. Okay, looks like there's nothing there. Alright, time to go on through into the deep mine chambers. So I should be using my frost cloak as well. I keep forgetting to use it. That's my new ability. And it's on a cooldown. At some point I need to set up an add-on to tell me. As a matter of fact, I'll do that right now. Alright, I'm just going to activate Frost Cloak.
Return the relic and we'll let you live.
Problem is, I need an alert to alert me when Frost Cloak wears off. That's what I was trying to do there. It's an add-on that I have, but for some reason it's not working. Well, that sucks. Jumped up there and now I can't get to him.
Aid me.
Who said aid me? Oh, maybe one of the enemies did. Wait, I don't want to go out to Vardenfell. Okay, now that's strange. Oh, I guess because I got the letter, that completed the
Did you
quest.
find what you were looking for in the mine?
I'm not sure. I need to consult with my contact.
Of course. I perfectly understand. I think I'll wait a little longer and see if any of my miners were able to escape from the cultists. Good luck with your mission. Whatever.
Whatever it is, he said. I accidentally clicked before I could get through it. Alright, so we finished that. Here is Ahimusa Camp. Don't remember what this is. Just want to go check this out. Alright. Just a point of interest, I guess. Probably got a little bit of experience points just for discovering it, but other than that, it looks like there's nothing really going on here. So, let's go see if we can get the key to this other mine and find out what's going on in that other mine. Remember the businessman who ran the mine co-owns it with his brother. He thinks his brother's up to no good, and he wants us to find out what's going on with it. Unfortunately, we're going to have to commit crimes in order to be able to help him out, because this is a private residence, and we're going to have to break into it. I guess I didn't explain how lockpicking works. Whenever it starts to wiggle like that, you have to you left click to push it down, and then you let go whenever it starts to wiggle. And if you do it just right, it'll fix that pin in the right place. It's just like Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, but for people that have never played one-player Elder Scrolls games. I just wanted to explain that. Right now, he said it was in a study. I think it's probably down here. I need to be careful not to end up in a fight with any of these guards, because if I kill one of the guards, my bounty will go up a lot. As a matter of fact, I have no bounty right now. So, as long as I don't kill any of these guys, I should be okay. Oh, shh. Can't leave. Well, he's gonna have to die. $14 gold bounty now. Apparently murder is cheap. You can just wantonly murder people. Just pay 14 gold. Okay, so it's not downstairs at all. I need to go upstairs. See if this guy will walk off somewhere and I can get past him. Alright, here it is. No, I don't want to use the seat. I want to get the key. Give me the key. Alright, now I just got to get out of here.
This is your last chance to leave before the guard arrives.
Alright, I'm leaving, I'm leaving. Nope. I was hoping I could get him to reset, but it's not gonna happen. Still just a 14 gold bounty. Alright, I've got the key. Now I'm gonna go to a guard and pay my bounty.
It's a travesty that criminals will be free instead of being kept slaves. Ah, the old days. Now, a bounty?
Here's 14 gold and everything I've stolen. Clear my bounty.
You're hardly worth the effort.
Wait! No! Why did I become a fugitive? As a matter of fact, I think if I let the guard kill me, it will clear my bounty. I'm just going to let him kill me. Use a soul stone to revive immediately. I don't know why it wouldn't let me just pay my bounty. Alright, that takes care of that. Now, what's next? Talk to Captain Briven. I need to talk to that guy that, I've got the key now. Oh, I guess actually I need to get into the mine. That's the next step of that quest. Let's go ahead and continue with that quest. Unlock the Vassir-Didanat mine. Oh, dive can now be morphed. Okay, so we're going to get a more powerful version. Let me take care of these guys first before I do this. Let's see, is this a fairly safe place? Okay, so when an experience bar on a skill gets filled, you can morph it. But I don't have a skill point right now. So once I get a skill point, I can morph that skill and turn it into a more powerful version. Alright, there's the entrance to the mine. Here's a bloody note. Don't let anyone see this note. Don't let anyone else see this note. Not even our comrades can be trusted. We've got to give this one up. Coin isn't worth our lives. You haven't seen it yet, what I've seen. But they're talking about sending us back in to try to deal with the mess. And believe me, they won't be paying enough for that. Problem is, Rethan has some real loyalists in our ranks. They'll kill us if we try to run too early. Got a plan though. Lemma is making the squads and planning the route. We'll get ourselves split from the rest and then make a break for it. If this is as bad as I hear it is, they'll probably just assume we died and never come looking for us. We can always find work somewhere else. Sounds like bad stuff. Something's going on in here. to get better at blocking. Used to playing a Magicka sorcerer that doesn't get hit by those kinds of attacks as often. I guess once we get a bow, we'll be able to stand back and attack. Look at this. This is a Stone Fiend Reaver. That is not something you would normally think of seeing in a mine. At least not one that's still being worked. Alright, level 5. That's what I wanted to see. Got health rings. Unlocked my racial skill line. Got our stamina up to 5. And then we're going to morph dive now into cutting dive. The difference is that it converts into a stamina ability that deals physical damage. If the enemy is already off balance, the attack causes them to bleed over time. That's a lot better. So now I won't be running out of magicka trying to cast dive all the time. Let me see if there's something in this crate here. Yeah. Except that now I'm out of stamina. Might start doing heavy attacks to get back stamina soon. Alright, let's try it. Yep, I did it. This is a miner scrawled letter. Fingers frozen, turning black like ebon stone. If you find this message, send help. Can't feel anything. Warning to miners. Warning. No unauthorized workers beyond this point. A quarantine is in effect. Disobedience will be answered with swift punishment. Foreman Knox. Spoiled food. Yeah, I think I'll leave that. Letter to Master Rethan. Master Rethan, you'll be happy to hear that your scheme is working perfectly. Well, maybe not perfectly, but well enough. The most recent batch of laborers came in yesterday. They were a sluggish bunch. Wary, too. But the promise of a few more drakes got them moving. They should make a fine batch. That alchemist of yours. Gavros, is it? He set up shop in the old Daedric ruin. You should see it. Haven't been around that many bottles and burners since my days in the skooma trade. He says he's working on some variation of the formula. You might want to ask him about it, boss. The air in his lab has gotten thick as my auntie's moral porridge. Okay, so there's some kind of experiment going on. Alright, we're getting close. What's this? Discarded journal. Alright, so that's a pretty long journal note. It's from workers. Great news, me and some of the other workers are getting some sort of promotion. No more breaking rocks. They said something about an experiment, and they need good men like me to help. Best of all, they said I can't tell anyone about it. Can't even write Molly to tell her. It's that secret, so it must be good. This is the best job ever. Yeah, I don't think things turned out too well for him. World, I can't attack anymore. I'm going the wrong way here. Gotta go through this section here. Gavros' journal. My masters are truly fools if they believe this scheme will make them rich. True, the substance produced by the formula looks and feels much like the rare ebony ore, but it is not ebony, and any discerning craftsman will recognize this as soon as they use it to produce goods. I've tried to counsel Master Rethan on this subject, suggesting it may be wiser and equally profitable to instead focus on selling the alchemical concoction itself. Though the formula was exceedingly difficult to translate and requires extreme precision to brew properly, the reagents I require to produce it are not overly rare. I could easily produce large quantities. Imagine my airborne form used as a weapon. It would fetch a fine price. Master Rethan disagrees. According to him, the buyers don't care if the ebony is false. So long as they can use it to produce goods that pass a cursory inspection, they will be happy. Ebony is quite rare and difficult to come by. With us as the source, our buyers should be able to produce passable fakes, then close shop before anyone discovers the deception. If a soldier dies on the battlefield because his ebony plate was not true, that's no money out of our buyers' pockets. Perhaps Master Rethan is right. I often underestimate the crude avarice that drives so many of my race. As for me, I am content to study and work with such a brilliant formula. Perhaps one day I will find a truer application for it. Okay, so he is passing off fake ebony, which is what the guy's brother suspected that he was doing. He asked us if we knew how to discern true ebony from fake ebony. And then he stopped and said, never mind, but it was obvious he thinks the ebony is fake, and that's exactly what is going on. As for what's going on with the workers, we don't quite know yet. More research notes. Subject K-14 died of head trauma some hours after the mercenaries restrained her. Administered the formula, but transposition was not successful. This confirms my hypothesis. Blood pressure must remain consistent until the last possible moment. Death prior to infusion results in only partial transposition. This explains some of our previous failures. A powerful sedative could reduce premature death. Must conduct more trials. Subject R32. A perfect transposition. The drip method seems much more effective in terms of yield and purity. Unfortunately, duration of the procedure has dramatically increased. Rate of output may be insufficient for sale. Must be faster. Subject S24. Converting the formula from a liquid to a vapor proved easier than expected. The results are promising. Subject exposed to vapor exhibited signs of transposition immediately. Unfortunately, the procedure drove the subject into a violent frenzy. Recommend sturdier restraints for future test subjects. Subject S24 addendum. Subject remains alive, despite complete transposition, defies all existing scholarship and calculation. Violent and erratic behavior has increased significantly. Recommend we suspend experiments until this side effect is resolved. Okay, things are going very badly. Look at this guy right here. He's turned to ivory. So we know what's going on now. Alright, now this is saying I need to go further. I didn't see any exit from there. Oh, over here. No, I went there. Ah, just didn't go far enough. Alright, let's see if I can loot anything before I do this. Are there any alchemical things I can steal? Sell to a vendor? Ah, that was blacksmithing research. Provisioning. I'm learning lots of stuff from these books. Destruction staff. Empty bottles. Meal. Star metal, that should fetch a nice price. Alright, let's talk to this person.
I don't recognize you. You've made a terrible mistake in coming here. Do you feel it yet? The cold rush through your veins, the stiffness in your joints. Only a matter of time now. Only a matter of time.
Tell me what's going on here.
You really haven't figured it out. You're denser than those stone fiends. Master Rethan brought me on to study a Daedric text, a formula for turning living flesh into a substance akin to ebony. Not a perfect match, but close enough.
And you lost control of it?
Something like that. But what does it matter? I'll be frozen solid soon, black as midnight. A commodity, nothing more. Ironic. You mean to rob me, I suppose. The scroll's just there. Have a care with it. Wealth always comes at a price.
Is there no cure for this affliction?
None. Well, none that I've discovered anyway. I speak modestly when I say that if there was a cure, I would have found it already.
So you've given up?
I guess I could squander my remaining hours searching for a remedy, but I'm an alchemist, a daedrologist. We don't trouble ourselves with things like hope. I leave that nonsense to priests and children, the mentally ill.
Why would you agree to this?
What? Afflicting all these miners? Oh, spare me your crude moral outrage. They were wastrels, laborers that were too ignorant or too lazy to find work anywhere else. This is as meaningful a contribution as they were likely to make.
You have no remorse?
None. I'd invite you to kill me, but given that I'll be dead soon anyway, it's hardly worth the effort.
How did you become afflicted?
Why do you even care? Oh, fine. I altered the formula, turning the liquid decoction into a vapor. It proved to be very effective. Unfortunately, it was nearly impossible to contain. Hence, this.
Well, he got what he deserved. Time to get, well, I was gonna say time to get out of here, but now here's the formula.
Set it ablaze!
Alright, I've got to go talk to Malor Rethan and tell him what's going on now.
Ah, I'm glad to see you made it back in one piece. So, what have you learned? Anything?
An alchemist named Gavros was turning miners into some kind of false ebony.
What? Well, that sounds ghastly. To think that my own brother would be capable of such a thing. We must move quickly. Did you find any evidence? I'll need something concrete if I'm to convince the Hlalu trade barons to intercede.
This is the Daedric formula Gavros was using.
Well done. I have a final task for you, if you're willing. I must take this to the trade baron, Councillor Riveth. He's staying at the Balmora Inn. Alas, Benna has many contacts in town. If he hears that I'm meeting Riveth, he may try to flee.
What would you have me do?
Travel to the Rethan Manor House and detain Benna. Once I've explained matters to Riveth, he'll send Hlalu constables to collect my brother. After this, I'll ask nothing more of you. You have my word.
You really had no idea that was going on in the mine?
That the men I worked tirelessly to hire were being used as fodder for some vile experiment? Absolutely not. It's appalling. Why would I have sent you to discover what was going on if I already knew?
You said you handled the hiring. Did you hire Gavros?
Yes, I hired him at my brother's insistence. Something about valuable books and scrolls found in the shrine. We planned to sell them off once Gavros translated them. That's what I thought, anyway. Wait, Gavros is still alive?
He's dead, killed by his own formula.
I see. That is unfortunate. But I suppose that's the risk you take when you start brewing foul decoctions and poisoning innocent miners.
Exactly. How long will you be meeting with this Councilman Raveth?
Not long. He tends to be brusque. Once I've explained the situation, he'll waste no time bringing Benna in for questioning. It will be brief, I assure you.
What do you think the Council will do to Benar?
They will punish him severely. He'll definitely lose his share of the estate and the ebony mine. He may even lose his life. In either case, I'll have to bear the weight of our family assets alone.
Oh, and I'm sure it will really be a burden. All right. All right, let's go detain this guy that's killing miners. I'm not sure his brother is much better than him, but oh well. Oh my god, what is going on here?
Ah, the last piece of the puzzle. Time to tie up loose ends.
I don't know why I didn't block there. Tried to block. Alright, let's see. Assassin's orders. Our work is almost complete. Remain watchful. With any luck, the adventurer I conscripted will clean out the remaining stone abominations so we can begin again. This time without Benar mucking things up. Tie off all loose ends and make sure it looks like they killed each other. It needs to be convincing enough for the council. When your work is done, meet me at my residence in Balmora. I'll have further instructions for you, and your first payment, as promised. This will be a lucrative endeavor, my dear. Don't fail me. So, he betrayed me, and sent an assassin to kill me. Which I'm not surprised at. Alright, one thing I need to do right here is I need to look through my gear and see what I can wear. I'm wearing light armor, which is not good for a stamina warden. There's a bow, which I've been looking for. Let's see if I can get any medium. Here's a medium armor right here. Or medium armor. Okay, so that helps a little bit. Can wear these heavy gloves here. It's good to have one item that's heavy and one light, even if you...
What a swit. I'm going to need a stiffer drink.
Even if you wear mostly medium.
You don't appear to be holding my drink, so I'm sure I have no interest in you. Off with you.
You mentioned Malor Rethan. You must be Councilman Raveth.
I am. Young Mahler and I were talking about the sudden success of his mining enterprise, built on some irregularities that I'd prefer not to discuss. Not that it's any of your business. Who are you? Why are you meddling in Hlalu business?
I doubt Malor gave you a true account. I found these orders on an assassin sent to kill me.
My. This is damning. Dear Mahler tried to hang this whole business around his brother's neck. And yours. A prudent, albeit sloppy affair. House Hlalu can ill afford such a scandal, and I hate to be lied to. Kill Mahler, and I will reward you.
I won't make any promises. Why don't you want him taken alive?
What would I do with him? Chain him to a post? His life no longer serves the house's interests. I don't expect an outlander to understand, but this needs to be done. Honestly, I doubt he'll give you a choice in the matter.
Alright, where can I find him?
His city residence, I expect, just across the river. Do be quick about this. I'm anxious to be done with the Brothers Rethan.
What will House Hlalu do about the mine?
By the three, what a mess. I'll put some of my Oathman on it. Oathman I can trust. If we can clear out the riffraff, it might be salvageable. If not, we'll simply collapse the thing. Better to bury it than let some fool stumble upon Mahler's folly.
Alright, good. Did Malor give you the scroll?
No. What scroll? Don't tell me there's more to this fetching disaster.
The scroll contains a formula that can turn people into false ebony stone.
Does it now? Listen carefully. Don't breathe a word of this to anyone else. If Mahler has this formula on him, bring it to me. The reward will be significant. We cannot let this get out, and we cannot let it fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, what are you going to do with it? Not sure I like that idea. I do like the idea of killing this guy, though, so let's go kill him. Oh boy. Got a crafting motif. That's nice. The description for Flurry seems to imply that it does less damage than Dive, but it looks like Flurry does more damage, so I'm going to start using it instead.
You! How did you... I'll finish this myself.
Alright, got the formula.
Quietly now. Is it finished?
Malarethan is dead.
Well then, this unfortunate little tale comes to an end. I've already dispatched some of my best agents to clean up Rethon Manor. We'll tend to Marla's apartment and the mine next. Well done. Now, what of this mysterious scroll?
Yeah, and the only option is to say, I have it here. I have it here.
Excellent. Best hand it over to me. Something so dangerous should not fall into the wrong hands. House Flalu can keep it safe, or destroy it if we deem it necessary. This will earn you some favor with our house. I'll even double your pay.
Okay, I can destroy it, so I'm going to say, no one should have this, and destroy the scroll.
You sniveling little swit. Do you know how valuable... Never mind. What's done is done. But don't expect any extra coin from me now. You'll have what was promised for killing Marla and not a drake more. This had better buy your silence as well.
Yeah, I don't really want this hammer. The pewter necklace will be nice. I'll actually sell it.
There is nothing more for us to discuss. You curried our favor by helping us deal with Marla, and then squandered that when you destroyed the formula in some attempt at a righteous display. I have no further use for you.
Okay. I have no further use for him either. If you chose something different, you chose to give him the scroll and take the money, let us know in the comments below what happened. It should be interesting to find out. And that is actually going to be all for today. In the next video, we'll keep doing these quests that we've got. See you next time.